Hey Lord of the Rings fans, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days siege view here today, as we have the Twilight Guard of Lothlorien preparing to defend the walls of Dunburg. But the walls have already kind of fallen, as the attackers are already inside here in this 3v3 siege. We have Dale here landing, and they are unopposed. I mean, usually this side is never really defended. But yeah, I don't know what the plan is. It looks like it's to defend these river crossing here. We do have Dol Amroth. It's been a hot minute since we had Dol Amroth in the siege, that's for sure. We've got Lothlorien, and then we also have Rohan on the defense here in this one. And then, yeah, we have Dale on the attack. We have the Woodland Realm. And then we have over here, we have the Easterlings as well. There is going to be a bit of an excitement to start with because Rohan and Dol Amroth did sally out a bunch of cavalry. It's going to be interesting to see whether they can win these fights. Rise of Rohan here are going to go in against the Forest Riders. They're going to get jumped actually by the Elves. That is not good. And then we've got Thranduil coming in as well. Arguably the best cav in the game. Charging these Rise of Rohan. We do have a Knights of Edelond up here as well, which is the best of the options. The rest are just Rise of Rohan, and they're just trying to get out of dodge. We're going to see the Knights of Rohan, Knights of Edelond. They're going to go in against Kahar here and try and take him out. I mean, there's a melee cav unit, so in prolonged melee he should do quite well against Kahar, but he's very much vastly outnumbered. I feel like the attack has brought more cav than the defenders here for this this sally out. We've got the Rise of Rohan. They're trying to get in there. I think they're going to try and get some sort of a charge here into Kahar, who is losing. And if, you know, Eastlings, I would say, like I said, already pretty weak. We need to see Eastlings be made great again. But if they lose their general, it could be even worse. Yes, we are using the Last Breath submod here today, which does add Dol Amroth as a faction. I think that's the only Last Breath faction that is on here today. Everyone else is just a base game faction, and we're going to see another charge here. Dale Cavalry Regiment chasing down Rise of Rohan. Nope, they're going to slip away just about. They are tired, while like all the Rise of Rohan and all the defending cavalry, they are active or fresh. Yeah, I'll leave a link for the Last Breath submod down below, because if you guys have been querying where my mod order is, and I always leave the order of the mods, and I try and put it in the submod order as well that this replay was sent in. So I'll make sure that Last Breath is down there, followed by Dawnless Days, so that you can, and that's literally all it is, just Last Breath on top of Dawnless Days, and that's how we got this replay going. Well, Thranduil in there as well. There could be potentially two generals about to get killed. Thranduil's losing this fight as well. We are seeing more Forest Riders. Well, the Forest Riders arrive, more Elven Cav getting in here. I don't think Kahar's getting out of this one alive. Oh, I don't know. There you go. Allied General's fallen. Kahar is trying to pull out of that melee there, and he's got cut down by a Knight of Edelond, I believe. And that is not good at all. So yeah, Eastlings now landing on the wall, as you can see here, leaderless. And they are going to struggle here. They're going to morale issues. So yeah, what a great win there for the defenders. They are going to really appreciate that. Massive mistake there, though. Why are these Yeomen of the Marks out in front? Got cut down. Rohan player not microing properly, evidently, while he's busy trying to deal with his cav. Helmingas also shooting into the Violent Guards. Yeah, this is the plan, it seems, to hold these river points here. Tirith Air Sentinels and Foot Knights holding there. I hope someone's reminded Dol Amroth that you can cross here as well, because this is a valid crossing point. We have got Pelargir Marines and Champions of Dawn. They could shift there, but nothing like pike-wise, which is evidently their strategy here, is to just throw pikes and pole arms into choke points and just try and hold there. We are seeing archers now come forward for Dale. Ravanian Rangers. And these guys are going to be responsible for trying to clear out those pikes and pole arms, and then make way for the infantry to actually try and have a bit of a chance in this fight. Going to be difficult though, because Twilight Guard are here, along with the Prince's Marksmen. We've got Helmingas. We've got literally actually every faction's got archers represented over here. And if they wanted to, they could try and take out the Ravanian Rangers and just deal with them nice and quickly. And then that makes this this choke point assault almost pretty much, not almost impossible. I mean, it definitely isn't because there's literally a choke point open here. But if they were to just keep going through these two, really, it's going to be a very tough operation, that's for sure. Cav over here, even though they lost their general, they have managed to slay every single one of the defending cavalry units. But you could argue it might have been worth it. I think if they could get a little bit more like infantry kills done, it would have been worthwhile as well. But killing off Kahar, that is huge, to be fair. It's a shame they couldn't maybe get one of the other generals. Like Thranduil at one point was looking like he was losing one of his fights. So that would have been huge. But yeah, killing the Eastling general, probably the best one to kill as well. Like killing Thranduil, like Wooden Realm are fine without morale. Or like at least without generals. Their morale is just that high, is what I mean. They're definitely not fine without morale. Everyone needs that. But not everyone quite needs a general. Yeah, Princess Marksman here and Yeoman the Mark. Still like they're starting their duel. Ravanian Rangers. They are getting shot at. This one's the one being shot at the most. They just need to target one. Just target one, and that's what you need to do. We are also seeing Wooden Realm bring around his archers. We've got the Lasgarland Rangers coming around here, so just loads of Rangers being brought in today's game. And yeah, I think that's just because there's quite a lot of different variety of factions archers over here. Though I still think there's only about 4 bows there. And yeah, look at this. Dale could just cross. He definitely should have committed to that. He's been too slow, and now Pelican Marines get a chance to get in there. Oh, I just saw that farmer there. He's still alive. Go on, lad. Be a pain. I do like that these are like, these guys are like just Attila added these, just like villagers that like fight the enemy. Like, where did you come from? Oh, rip in peace to him. That's why you don't fight a heavily armored soldier as like a literal untrained, unarmored peasant. Go on, whack him. Oh, and he's dead. Fools. But yeah, while they're dueling with the archers, it is meaning that they are not using their ammo shooting the pole arms, which is it's a win for the defenders as well. So even though they might be losing their yeomen, the mark, and their archers, I mean, their yeomen and the mark are nearly out through all their ammo, so not the end of the world. They are shooting violent guards, which is shield wall face onto them. Not really the best of targets, so it is still a pretty battered unit now. It's not really going to do too much once it gets into melee. But yeah, the assault is... It's taking its time to get ready, certainly on this front over here. This is a slow burner. Pretty much like trench warfare. Both sides just kind of dug in, set in their own positions, just shooting each other from a distance. I mean, this is going to be tough as well. I mean, we've got Twilight Guard sort of mounted on the wall. Not really. They're going to be here, and they're going to start shooting away up from this barricade. Maybe going after the Ferrogem Rangers is a good target to go for. These are really good bows. Recently added in the 9.2 update for Dawnless Days. So they're one of the very new units, along with the Ferrogem Javies. I can't remember what they are called. Ferrogem Hunters, maybe? We also have Lokirin Bowman over here as well, because you can only bring 3 rangers. And most multiplayer games, people are able to bring 4 ranged units. Yeah, Wooden Realm landing as well. Wonder whether they're going to end up taking over the most of the assault. I'd imagine not. I imagine Eastling lives matter less than Wood Elf lives in this team. I imagine they'll be sending in the Eastlings first, especially now they have no general. They do not want to have to rely on them at the end of this match. So many Lasgarland axes. It's quite funny that they uncapped Lasgarland axes. Lasgarland swords are still capped at 1. Very odd, to be honest. I mean, their stats are marginally different. The swords are marginally better. But who cares if you can bring literally like 66 million Lasgarland axes? You can just spam them out. It's arguably in a way makes them infinitely better. You can bring more of them. Here you go, the Maceman about to go in. I wish these guys were better as well. Another axe unit that needs an improvement. There you go. They should be able to get through these axe stains, though, of Rohan. There you go, yeah. Yeomen are losing, but actually, Lotr is kind of struggling here against the Axe Thanes. And by struggling, I mean they're not winning. We are going to see Runic Warlords go in, which should change this outcome. I mean, they should really have come out, charged from the angle, got a bit of a side charge going on. That would have been preferable. No fighting anywhere else. They've actually managed to find another polearm as well. Or have they just shifted... No, they've just shifted the... No, Prince... How many polearms did they bring? Pikes and polearms. They brought 3. Usually the rules are 2. Obviously that could have changed. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like anyone else has brought any polearms. It's not the end of the world. If everyone had brought 2 polearms, then Dawnless brought a 3rd. Would be a little bit cheesy, I'd say. But it's not too bad. So yeah, they've got all those choke points locked down, so it's going to be on the Easterlings to try and smash their way through here with no general. Yeah, if you're a fan of all things Dawnless Days and Lord of the Rings and you want to see more glorious Lord of the Rings clashes like this one here, then you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe as we work towards 13k subscribers. We're getting ever closer. If you want to help hit that milestone, you know what to do. And if you want to send any of your own replays in as well, the best place to send them into is my Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, if you haven't joined already, if you are already in, you know where to hit, you know where to send them into as well. There's a channel specially designed for storing all replays. Yeah, we now got Earling Retainers in this fight, which is slightly better. We've got a polearm here as well. We've got one of the Coast Guards. It's this one over here. It's been pulled out of the fight, been shot at so much here. It's been pulled out and sent over to the other front to fight the Eastlings. And we finally have a bit of fighting over here. Got Lamroth's Knights going in against the Vineland Guards. And I thought they started their engagement here. They haven't. They're still shooting archers. These Princess Marksmen don't know whether they're responding. He's just passively getting shot here. What a waste of this unit. Really well done, obviously, by the Dalian player. He's got 4 on... No, he is shooting back. 4 on 2. It's not a fight. This should not be being taken by Dawnless. Dawnless should be immediately falling back. You're not going to win that fight. I mean, he's weakening, yeah, some ranges here, but yeah, not enough. He's going to lose all his archers before he can really inflict enough significant damage there. And the battle for the bridge continues. Bodies are going to pile up on here. It's going to become a slippery slope. But yeah, I think Dawnless Knights are arguably the best swords in the game. Or like in the mod. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I've heard that statement before. Now got the Champions of Dawnless in there. A good shock infantry unit as well, and they should help keep that choke point under wraps for a little longer. We now got, yeah, Dale's. Oh no, it's not Dale. Sorry, the Gate Wardens here. They are coming forward. They might still be able to overpower that shock infantry. Actually, the shock infantry is losing. That's not so great. Well, maybe they haven't kept it under wraps. And to be fair, credit to the Eastlings. They are powering through here. They are facing probably the weakest of the defenders. Rohan has definitely got the weakest infantry out of the trio defending here today. I've not seen a lot of Lothlorien infantry being committed. Lothlorien's infantry is over here. Here's Van Lang. He's brought a tiny army, I think. That's half the problem. Where is half of Lothlorien's army? Has he seriously just brought like Twilight Guard and like champions of? Has he brought like a really high chevroned army and then just nothing else? Because if that's the case, he's going to be wasting it because it's not doing anything. Yeah, I don't think any of this is up here is his. Yeah, it's all Dale's stuff. I think Lothlorien has about 3 units. Because these are all, yeah, these are all Rohan units. I don't think that's a viable strategy. I think he's just basically kind of done his team over there. Because, yeah, I mean, it's 4,500 originally against 5,800. It's not a massive gap, actually. It's now 2,800 against 4,800. It's a 1,000-man difference. It's definitely very much winnable. If they want to fall back at Dunburg, they could. They could fall back to the cliff tops, and they could make this really painful for the attackers to get through. They might do. We are seeing actually more champions come down, so it doesn't look like that's the play. Looks like they're going to try and hold these river crossings. That is their plan. I'd start thinking about falling back. We've also seen a push over here. Dale has attacked, kind of unsupported against polearms. So the polearms aren't quite in the fight, it seems. He needs pike pushing. And there you go, they're going to hold. And Dale is going to be, well, forced back. He's now going to just allow the Prince's Coast Guard to get shot a bit more by Ravanian Regents. Ravanian Rangers, sorry, not Ravanian Regents. That cavalry unit is definitely not doing any shooting. We now have the Balkov Nobles in here, which aren't that great, to be honest, for a tier 3 unit. Like I said, these things just need a buff. They got more units, but I don't think they've been, like, the units have been greatly improved them. I don't think they're, like, up in them at all. Garda Mudaseld in here now. Now you can spam the Garda Mudaseld out. It kind of makes Rohan a bit more of a viable defending faction as well, which I'm excited to see how they do. Twilight Guard, I just still can't get over like the triple gold chevroning of these guys, because I mean, if this is all his army, then you never chevron up archers. I've been told that so many times by players in Dawnless Days streams. It's like, oh, when I always think, I was like, oh, I'll just chevron up my archers, and they say, no, don't. It's a waste of money. Don't chevron archers. It does nothing for their stats by their melee stats, which for the Twilight Guard, not a bad thing. They are quite a good hybrid unit, so maybe an exception. But still, your unit, it's so vulnerable to getting focused down. It's got no missile block. You're wasting your money, really. And a mass retreat there, but only for the arrival of the Runic Warlords. And a scary shocking retreat going in. So they're just cycling units in and out. So yeah, those Runic Warlords and the Locarum Macemen going in, and all the Balkov Nobles, and we've got more Runic Warlords. They're all just kind of just waiting back here. They're literally all waiting in shuttles to go in. And Rohan has a big stack of infantry here, but he's constantly getting charged right now. And he's getting like slowly worn down. Now I have all the Rangers here. They are forcing back the Twilight Guard. Lothlorien seems like he's running to the hills. I don't know where he's going with his Heroes of Ammon Lank as well. He's pushing maybe to retake the gate. They have so many reserves here. They could push themselves over here. I'm surprised we haven't seen Woodland Realm maybe make a push here. He could, if he did, he'd be through. There's not a lot to defend it. They haven't got enough reserves. Luckily for the defenders, attacking on only a couple of fronts here are the attackers, meaning that the cracks aren't quite showing just yet. Yeah, these things are doing okay, actually, no, for like having no general. I mean, the army losses aren't really a thing yet. Oh my gosh, look at that torrent of arrows coming in. Oh my gosh, annihilating that poor champion's daughter nil. That's a really good volley there from the Rangers of Ferrodrim. They're really helping support this this choke point here. I mean, you've just seen that volley come in and just shoots into the side and hits so many side-on shots against Pelican Marines and champion's daughter nil. It's not really a feasible place to defend. Really, you should try and defend the walls, or it's got to be those final stand ramps. Like if you're going to defend these like bridges here, you've got to defend further forward over here. Try and contest this, or you've got to try and do a better job of taking out archers. Like they've not done a very good job with the defenders of taking out archers. That's been, I would say, the big critique of this defense here today. And they've got some of the best archers in the business. In Lothlorien. Arguably Twilight Guard aren't the best Lothlorien archers. That's the Galadrim archers. Yeah, we've got Runic Warlords winning here, slaughtering these marksmen and the early retainers, and these Gardamudas had already battered units already. And we've actually seen an offensive over here. They pushed across. They're kind of defeating that violent guard just slowly. But the Pelican Marines now charging into Gate Wardens, and that Gate Warden's a good speed, and it's got good melee stats. It was quite foolish here of Dolan to think he could take an offensive. Fool of a toque. Yeah, Pelican Marines hold, and we've actually got reinforcements. Early men at arms went in as well. I'm surprised they sent it and kept committed down that line. Now as you can see over here, what's this an offensive here from Dolan, which is again really foolish. Why have they pushed out? They pushed out the knights over here, and also these shock infantry, and they're just getting freely charged now by Dalian Cav Regiment. And the pikes here are now vulnerable, and they're just getting focused down. Now they have nothing to protect them. They're getting all the arrows in the world, and that poor turret air sentinel destroyed. Rip in peace. Yeah, I don't know why Dolan decided to charge out. An interesting tactic, that is for sure. He's going to get cycled into the ground pretty much by this cavalry here. There's 3 kills. The cavalry. Varnian Regents here, I think, is doing the exact same on this side. Yep. Exact same result happening here. At this point now, code red. The defenders need to retreat to the top of Dunburg. Like, they've taken too many silly losses. And now, just to sort of save the game, make it, you know, not just a whitewash, they need to start thinking about falling back. I'm seeing Haldir's falling back good. Erkenbrand needs to fall back with these Helmingas here and get the shock back. Just get any available unit back now. Heroes of Amallank, get them back. They'll be perfect. We've got Twilight Guard over here. They're resupplying good. They're using your resupplies. But you need to get back to the top of the hill now. Things need to start retreating. This big blob over here. Get this guard, this early men at arms back. And probably that retainer back while you still have chance. Yeah, general withdrawal needs to happen, but I don't think it's going to. Defenders are just, they're not giving coordination vibes. Like Lothlorien's doing his own thing. And he's not really supported anyone apart from his archers. And his archers, I can't say, have done much in the way of helping anything. I'm intrigued to see what kills he's got. There you go, Runic Warlord's going to retreat, and another one goes in, and the Balkoth Nobles are back. And this cycling, this like shuttling of units just continues. Hell, you get Marines are shifting in there? Why? There's early men at arms still here as well. The Cav is across. This was inevitably going to happen with the turret. The air Sentinels getting murdered. Now the pole arms are forced to go across. They're fighting Ravanian Rangers. Good fight for them. And again, Dol Amroth is being just super aggressive here with his infantry. I mean, he's not pulled through. There's a valid gap for it. It's just more that just now, like, he's charged here. He's like, yeah, great. But he's going to get side charged here. Seems like a lack of awareness from the Dol Amroth player. Enemy general is dead. Who is that? Whose general died there? Rohan's maybe? It's not. It's not Halder, is it? No, it's definitely not Halder. Yeah, it's definitely Erkenbrand then. Erkenbrand's been murdered. But yeah, as you can see here, they just slammed into these knights. Brandel in here as well, trying to get some kills. Look at that circle of blue surrounded by cavalry. It's kind of cool to look at. Kind of give me like Two Towers vibes when Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn are all sort of surrounded by the Rohirrim and they get the spears pointed at them. This is a little bit more bloody though. They're getting squished into the mud. And that choke point's been broken through as well. It's all going wrong here now. I could say quite wholeheartedly, 500 against 4,000. This siege is over. And it's certainly not been the closest. It's been probably how not to defend. Certainly, like, once, like, the Lothlorien teammate has done nothing to help his team. It's pretty much been a 3v2 and not a fair one. Like, Lothlorien is just been a really poor teammate. Not brought an army to start with. Like, I didn't realize when we started this replay, I was like, oh, he's only got, I was like, we just got the Twilight Guard, cool. But he's not brought anything. And I don't even know if, like, triple chevroning them would have meant that he's... And there you go, Dol Amroth's general's just routing on impact because of army losses. I don't even know whether... Like, by triple chevroning everything, he would have then spent all his money anyway. Got Halder over here with still all his ammo as well. Not used a single... Well, he's used like one volley. That is it. There they go. The generals re-rallied. But yeah, all they need to do is just charge cavalry up these hills and they'll be fine. And just avoid the one choke point where the heroes of Amon Lankar. Which, ironically, they're now defending the only sort of like flank where there's been no fighting going on as well. Though it looks like... Woodland Realm might be shifting over there. I don't know. Woodland Realm's just intact. Look at this. Look at all of this infantry, which has not seen action. Crazy. An early general kill. You kind of did think defenders could have this. But yeah, and then after a lot of silly plays by Dol Amroth. And also, I feel like, I mean, the Cav did, like I said, get the general kill. But I think it was wasted a little bit. Was it this hill? No, it wasn't. It wasn't that hill. It was this one over here. Over here where they fought. And the Cav, I feel like, just kind of just got wasted a little bit. Oh, they're all just floating. That's kind of funny. Hello, guys. How are we all doing? But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of expensive Cav. Certainly in the Knights of Edelond. Riders of Rohan, not so much. Maybe could have done with going after infantry rather than cavalry. Like, they sallied out and they tried to pretend to hide up there. Like, you're not going to give a... Like, the attackers watch you run up there. They know where you are. They have the cavalry. You need to go in with speed and aggression with the cavalry when you sally out. You can't really mess about because if they have the cavalry available, the defenders otherwise will just rally it all together into one mass, outnumber you, and then beat your sally out. So it's not really, it wasn't a really well played one. I just defeated the cavalry regiment of Dale there as Halder. That's impressive. I'll give him that. And that wasn't a great charge, actually, from Dale's general, so he could be in danger here, you never know. Haldair's bodyguard here, which is awesome, by the way. Fighting the cav over here. They're getting shot as well by Twilight Guard. Yeah, you know, these Reviling regions, they're taking casualties. We're going to see Last Guard and Rangers with no ammo be sent forward as well. So elves battling elves. It looks like they're going for the cap point as well, just to make sure they can get that. But yeah, this battle is pretty much over. I'm just going to fast forward at this point, just to get it over and done with. The Heroes of Amelanca actually coming out of their choke point, moving away from this one over here, and they're coming to shift to the other side, where there's actually fighting going on. Yeah, the Rangers here should lose to Haldair. Haldair is a very, very strong general. It's very vulnerable to being charged, though, or, you know, shot. There you go, some violent patrollers. And there you go, charging in, shock infantry here, going in. Got the Avari Wanderers of Dale, which, again, I've not seen any action. Another range unit. I don't know if they're going to be allowed to use their bows. It might not have been. That one might have been probably a set rule, because otherwise that would be insane. They'd have like 4 or 5 bow units then.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Twilight Guard going in, but they're not going to be able to hold back the Avari Wanderers. Heroes of Amelanca have gone in to try and support Haldair there, but it might not matter. Thranduil in a moment is looking like he's going to go for a rear charge here and just sort of end all of those elven lives. Kill his own kin. This Forest Ride as well. I don't know if he's earned all these chevrons. It might have, to be honest. It's seen a lot of action. I don't know if it's the same one from the beginning. Not a bad charge, though. Through the trees they appear. Charging his Twilight Guard, and they haven't routed him. Haldair, though, if he dies here, will probably just start a chain route. Yeah, Thranduil went into the rear of all these Twilight Guard here. It's a good option as well. Help unlock that choke point. We're going to see a whole bunch of Encourage as they're being popped here. Another charge from the Forest Riders. Any moment now. I was going to say we're going to see a rout. There goes Haldair, losing decisively. And then they're through that checkpoint there, and that is going to be GG. Like I said, I don't think it was the closest one in the world. The defenders lost about 2,000 troops. It really did not do... sorry, yeah, the attackers lost about 2,000 troops. They really did not do a lot of damage to the defenders. But they did kill that general off early on, and I honestly thought that could be shaky for these things. If it was like another, like an orc faction, I think that could have been even more devastating. These things, though, managed to actually hold on, which I'm kind of surprised by. There you go, a close victory for the Wooden Realm and its allies. We'll have a quick look at the end results. I don't even think it was that close a victory. I would have put it more decisive, to be honest. Or like a good victory. You need something like close, kind of like gives the idea that it was close. I feel like you need something middling. Rather than like you got like decisive and heroic, you need like good victory or just victory, maybe. But yeah, this was sent by Emperor Palpatine, who was playing as the Wooden Realm. He literally lost less than 300 troops. It's insane. His archers, like getting most of his kills, doing most of his fighting here today. 206 kills, 204, 186 kills. It was the same cav unit, and the Forest Rider got 223 kills, and Thranduil got 149 kills as well. Then you have Tanzim playing as Dale, getting 182 kills with the Reviling Regents there, 156 kills with the Violent Guards, 150 with the... I forgot the Violent Guards as well can be spammed out now. It's insane. You can see Dale's going to be really strong, I think. Really too well-rounded. For my liking. Avari Wanderers, getting 69 kills, 161 kills with the Violent Patrollers. Yeah, I think they weren't using their range, because otherwise he'd have had 7 range units. Which, in the campaign, this is going to be really fun to see. Because you could just have, like, yeah, Dale could just become, like, an all-bow faction. Basically, you could just, like, kind of just have bows for your melee infantry. and then also just like actual out-and-out archers. 162 kills with his rangers, and then his cav getting 227 kills there is not too shabby either. Then we have Crawfather playing as Eastlings. Had a rough start, losing his General Kahar there with 14 kills, but his infantry did pretty well, actually, doing the old cycle in and out. Actually didn't do too badly. 163 kills with the Balkoth Nobles here. 140 kills with the Macemen. 190 kills with the Warlords. And 228 kills with the Warlords. They actually spam these as well. Look at that. With those lack of unit caps now, some factions could be disgusting. 186 kills with the Runic Warlords. And then, yeah, like 84 kills with the Rangers is okay. But then we've got Demigod playing as Dol Amroth. A really strong faction, but I think played pretty poorly, to be honest. Yeah, nothing really getting masses of kills. Marksman getting the only triple figure kills in 106, 102 kills. 95 kills with the champions there. And then, yeah, there's Knights of Edelon only getting 60 kills. And then we have Pebbles, yeah, with like a tiny army. What was going on here? 270 kills with Haldir is good. And then Twilight Guard getting 95 kills. But yeah, what is this army? Then King Madman playing as Rohan. Getting not that many kills either, though he's doing most of the fighting against like the Eastlings. Kind of crazy. But yeah, his cavalry wasted, to be honest, as well. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting siege battle. And certainly, yeah, one teammate I feel like let down the rest of the team just with lack of an army. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days siege. If you did enjoy and you want to see more weird and quirky sieges like this one, then you know what to do. And until next time, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.